returning subscriber. Love the views. Appreciate you very, very much. Now, how does Carl Icahn, actually, I'm not going to talk about him. How does Apple, seeking to hire alternative payment methods, a manager, an expert in crypto, how does Apple, seeking an expert in crypto, help Tron, TRX, and BitTorrent, BTT? That's what I'm going to get into. Now, before I do, if you're new here, kindly subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like button. Occasionally we do giveaways here, and we pick, excuse me, the people that are getting something from the comments. So just comment down below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the things that I bring up during this video. I think you're going to love it. Occasionally myself, when I watch videos, sometimes I forget to support the content creator because I enjoy the content, but I get immersed in it, and then I forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. Don't forget, you can always take it back. It's free to do, and why not? Takes a few seconds. All right. Apple seeks to hire alternative payments manager with crypto experience. How does this help Tron TRX and BitTorrent BTT? I'm going to get into it. The Apple Wallets Payments and Commerce WPC team is seeking an experienced business development manager to lead alternative payments partnerships, the job post reads. Interesting. So imagine Apple, with their vast ecosystem, with their millions upon millions upon millions, did I say millions enough times, of faithful, devoted users. Imagine what kind of a money vortex would happen, would occur, would appear if they turned their ecosystem into a trading platform. If it became a feature that was an add-on to all the products and services that Apple already offers, and they made it so that you could actually trade cryptocurrencies on the Apple ecosystem, what kind of value do you think? What kind of price jump? And again, these videos are just my opinion. It is not investment advice. Do your own research. Pretend I am just some kind of ape juggling apples, staring at the sky, aimlessly sitting here, babbling and talking about absolutely nothing. Now, global software giant Apple is recruiting for a new business development manager specializing in alternative payments, signaling that the iPhone maker is gravitating toward digital assets. The new job post for Business Development Manager Alternative Payments was posted to Apple's careers website on Tuesday. So this article is from May 26th. They're talking about Tuesday. I'm not going to figure out what day was what, but you get the idea. Apple is seeking a business professional with more than 10 years of experience, including a 5-year track record with alternative payment providers such as digital wallets, BNPL, fast payments, cryptocurrencies, and others. When I go into how this is going to help Tron, I think you're going to find it pretty interesting and a lot of fun. Apple is seeking a business professional. I read that. While the job posting is compelling, Apple remains largely on the sidelines of the cryptocurrency industry and has yet to signal definitive plans for expanding into its market. Interestingly, cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase recently overtook TikTok as the most downloaded app on Apple's App Store. So, Apple's usually slow to move, slow to market. They usually take something somebody else is doing and do it better, and then they blow everyone's doors off and leave a lot of companies dead in the dust on the side of the road. I believe that they're going to do something a little different this time. I think they're going to be quicker to market than usual. I don't think you're going to need to wait 5 years to see Apple get immersed in one way or another, dip its toe in cryptocurrency. I think it's going to happen by the end of this year, latest early next year, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen before the end of this year. There'll be some big news and it will move the market. So if you think Elon moved things, this is going to move things, and it's going to move things north when it happens, and it will. But again, the cool thing is how it's going to put an exclamation mark on Tron TRX and BitTorrent BTT, and I'm going to get into that. So, apologies, just need to check something. Speculation about Apple entering the digital cryptocurrency space has been rampant in recent months as investors watched Tesla add billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin to its strategic reserves. Beyond just adding BTC to its balance sheet, Apple could be in a position to permanently disrupt the nascent industry by entering the crypto exchange business, according to Paul Steeves, an analyst with Royal Bank of Canada Dominion Securities. By the way, guys, just so you know, I didn't read this article in advance. I didn't know that that was in the article. So yeah, I guess I'm not the only one that feels this way. So, but you don't see it written about very much, I don't think. Actually, I'm going to look specifically for it today, see how many people are talking about it in the way that I am. But you're going to love how it affects Tron and why I'm tying it into a video. If Apple decides to enter into the crypto exchange business, we think the firm could immediately gain market share and disrupt the industry, Steeves said in February. The firm could unlock a multi-billion-dollar opportunity with a few clicks. With a market capitalization of 2.1 trillion, that's a lot of apples. Apple remains the largest company traded in the United States. The company had 192.8 billion in cash on hand. Think about how much money that is. During its most recent quarterly earnings, down from 207.06 billion during the previous quarter. So people are, and I always say this, whoever he or she who builds, in this case entity, we'll leave gender out of it, the best water cooler, meaning a water cooler is something that people return to often, and they return to it because they're thirsty and it quenches their thirst. So he or she who builds the best water cooler wins. Amazon did it, Jeff Bezos years ago. The web was early. He looked like a clown. Everyone was making fun of him. Other things, other companies, not necessarily competitive to Amazon, but were much more popular. Concepts were much more popular. And what happened? He came out the back door. He beat the living you-know-what out of everybody. And most people expected Amazon to be a joke. They expected them to crash and burn. They expected them to be a big zero, a big nothing, a shill, a con, a bubble in the dot-com era. And instead, what ended up happening? Well, like Apple, they basically rule the world in terms of the type of influence and how important they are to daily life and daily movements. So I believe what is going to happen, and the reason why Apple getting involved is so huge for Tron TRX and BitTorrent BTT, is because Justin Sun's ahead of the game. He made his investment in Poloniex. He understands what having an exchange means. He's got some hush-hush stuff going on, I'm quite sure, in my opinion, with BNB as well. And when a Goliath like Apple jumps into the arena, it adds more credibility. The credibility is powerful. It will immediately give more credibility to Justin Sun, Tron TRX, and the trading aspect, building out of trading platforms and being involved in them as one of the many tentacles that Tron TRX will expand upon, along with BitTorrent BTT. So when you see things like this, it all ties into the mainstreaming. People beginning to become more accepting, and people are involved in corporations. And when big corporations start to take notice, and when they start to become more accepting, and when they start to get involved, and when they start to take their big mammoth Goliath monster ecosystems and they start immersing them in a new industry like cryptocurrency, that bolsters everyone else in the industry who has any type of value behind the goods and services that they provide. And if their goods and services that they provide are along the line, the road of where the big Goliath is coming in, it uplifts them even more, because it justifies the conceptualization thoughts that they had of getting involved in the first place and of going in this direction. So in short, it makes Justin Sun not look like a shill. It makes him not look like a clown. It actually makes it so that it shows that he is a visionary in the space. What he's up to is good. And it puts an exclamation mark, a big, big spotlight on the whole thing. And it basically tells you, listen, if big companies that are worth zillions of dollars or understanding the value in this, maybe somebody who's been there a few years earlier deserves more credit than he's getting, and maybe there's a lot more value in there, TRX, Tron, BitTorrent, BTT, than the market first thought. As usual, hope this finds you healthy, happy. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.